Greetings LEGO fans! Today we're looking at a set that has just recently been announced, and that's the LEGO Star Wars 75244 Tantive 4. Just to be clear from the start, this is not a UCS set, although it's been speculated that it might be. The box may make it look so, but there is no mention of the Ultimate Collector series anywhere, and the set does not include a stand or an information plaque. The set is closer to a remake of 10198 from 10 years ago and is therefore a toy first and foremost, not a deluxe model to be displayed on a shelf, although it can be. The ship, as you see it here, takes inspiration from several Star Wars movies. The exterior is taken from A New Hope, the interiors have used certain references from Revenge of the Sith, and Bail Organa's costume has been taken from Rogue One. The whole thing is about 2 feet long, or 62 centimeters, pretty big, and has details both on the upper hull and the bottom. Starting at the cockpit, this uses those very large half-cone pieces which you can easily detach, and inside you get room for 2 minifigures. I especially like this view with just one half of the cockpit open, and the controls are also slightly adjustable. Behind all that is the first turbo laser array, which can rotate on several axes, plus 2 stud shooters. Directly underneath is a similar array, but this time paired with spring-loaded shooters, which can be fired using this little trigger system here. Further back is the so-called conference room. The outer hull is defended by 4 Time and Bach H9 turbo lasers, which can spin freely, and this entire section can be detached so you can access the actual conference room itself. Inside is the command console with seating for 2. There's also a small table in the corner and several clips where you can attach weapons and accessories. This area can't be closed back up if the minifigs are standing, only if they're seated. R2, on the other hand, can get away with it because he's smaller. The room connects to a hall that leads to a storage area where you can keep your spares for the spring-loaded shooter. Not even R2 can squeeze in here with the hull closed up, so it's just for extra ammo. The radar dish is up next, and it has the hidden function of a handle for transporting the whole thing one-handed. They got the center of gravity just about exactly. You can kind of see it leaning ever so slightly towards the engines, but it doesn't feel off when you fly it around, and it feels robust, like it's not going to fall apart on you. To the left and right sides of the radar are the escape pods, and yes, C-3PO and R2-D2 can fit inside one together. They're easy to detach and send off to the inhabited desert planet that is nearest to you. Underneath is, I guess another turbo laser battery, though it looks like RCS thrusters to me. I guess you can imagine it as being whichever you want in the end. 11 massive Gyrodyne TER-58 ion turbine engines power this thing, arranged in 3 rows. Right away, this is the most striking section of the entire build. It's just huge. I don't mind the dark engine nozzles, honestly, since they give more contrast to the engine flames, and I do love the greebling along the exterior, which also goes down the length of the hull in various places. Aesthetically, the Tantive 4 gets all the important stuff right. The biggest compromise that I can see is this area here with the wings, but it's a small thing overall. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. And some might even like this shape better since it looks a little more dynamic, more sleek. Although the model is very robust overall, there are some fragile areas which can fall off, like the wings I just mentioned, but with just a little bit of care, you'll be fine. The first minifig I want to talk about is Bail Organa, since he's never before appeared as a minifig anywhere ever, so he's exclusive to this particular set, at least for now. He's armed with a silver blaster, and his cape is made of the older, less flexible material, unfortunately. But overall, the level of detail I would say is good, and you can also see his second face here. Leia is the same minifig as the one from set 75229, but this time, besides regular minifig legs, she also gets a skirt piece, which is printed on the back as well. Next up is Captain Antilles. Hey, there's someone we haven't seen in a while. And a Rebel Fleet Trooper. Their helmets and weapons are identical, and they both get an alternate expression. Finally, we have C-3PO and R2-D2, two droids which we've seen many times before, and there's really nothing new about them with regards to prints, so that's it for them. I'm very glad I was able to give you this early review, and I would invite you to subscribe if you want more early glimpses of certain LEGO sets. We're not gonna have all our videos done in both languages, but for the more special sets, we will definitely do it. Sets like this one. Thank you very much for watching this, may the Force be with you, and happy building!